not just a health issue, it's a human security issue. When you have a country where 994 women died annually, or maybe, because maybe we're probably having 300,000 births in a year, you're talking over 2,000 plus women dying. That is a catastrophe. There is no other name for it. There is no other way to sugarcoat it. And when you realize that the international partners will say, we came to Liberia, let me just come into DC, group of women activists, and went to the World Bank and said, we came to lobby for funding for Liberia. And they said to us, give us your priorities. And in all honesty, maternal health was not on that list. But even after we brought that priority to the World Bank, they told us, go back and prioritize your priorities. So where we had 10 on the list, they wanted only 3. So usually when funding comes in, those issues of maternal health, because they're not visible and they're not happening like cholera and other cases and people are not tracking. So it goes on, rotates unattended, and it piles up and piles up and piles up. And this is the situation with Liberia. And we cannot sit as Liberians, nationals, and say, we will wait till the government do this. It's a laudable work. And I tell you, you didn't make a mistake. Because if you hear some of the statistics, I just came back from training 31 teenage young women between the ages of 15 and 25. In that room of teenagers, we had 31 girls, and 20 of them already had children. Not baby, children. We have a serious reproductive health problem in Liberia. We have a serious problem with teenage pregnancy. We have a serious problem with women's rights in Liberia. I'm going to give you a very graphic thing because these are all related to maternal mortality. I spent the evening, the former president of the Female Lawyers Association of Liberia came to Ghana on her holiday and stayed with me. And she said, Leymah, some of the things we see in that country, I never thought that there were that kind of men still living. And remember I said, maternal health issue is a human security issue. And it's linked to abuse, it's linked to neglect, it's linked to a lot of other things. She told me that one of the cases she got that she would never forget was this typical Liberian man who felt his wife was cheating. He crushed the rat poison and inserted it into her private. And when they asked him, why did you do that? He said, I want to kill that private part of her. She had to be taken to the doctor and had to be treated because she developed a terrible infection. Another case, they got up another one who mashed the red pepper, inserted it into this woman, put on a condom, and had this deed. Human security issues, these are all linked. And I can tell you that I read all of the flyers and different things, and you're saying we'll go and build clinics in the rural areas, we'll train health workers, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll do the other. I just want to encourage you, because there will be bottlenecks, there will be bureaucracies, there will be a lot of discouragements along the way. I've worked in and out of Liberia, and we didn't get to where we've gotten to because we have been weak. You have to be strong. You have to go in with a sense of purpose. Don't get bogged down by the politics of the Republic of Liberia because it's all over you. It's all over the place. Go there, move into your community, know your issues, work on your issues, and you will be respected. Until every girl rights respected until we start prioritizing women's issues. Yes, I'm a feminist, but I'm not just making a feminist declaration. And everything I tell you, I don't live in Accra and don't interact with Liberia. I go to Liberia like twice. I spend 2 weeks of every month. So if you're calculating plane tickets, you know how much we spend in my institution. It is horrible. I'm not going to paint a picture of glamour. It's bad. If I step back, and when we talk human security, maternal mortality, maternal health is human security issue, is linked to education. We just come back from Western Liberia, in a county called Bafolu. In 3 years, not a single girl has graduated from high school. 5 made it to the senior class. September school will start, 3 are already pregnant. This is the country we live in. This is the country we've inherited. And if we sit and say this government or that government is going to do it, we're doomed. Those of us who have children and want our children to go back and inherit Liberia, we need to step out of our comfort zones, put on our slippers, sleep in all places, and do what we can do for our country. I got a girl come to me and say, "Ma'am, I actually fasted and prayed before I came to you. I need someone to help me pay my school fees. I do not want to prostitute myself." And then I asked her, "How much is your school fees?" A private university in the Republic of Liberia costs only $350 United States a year. Even me, who goes back and forth, was shocked. I'm like, when I'm in New York, this is maybe 3 or 4 pairs of shoes. Honestly, I went back with a sense of purpose and said to myself, I'm going to, as if I don't have enough to do, form a group called Sisters to Sisters, where I'm looking for, not foreigners, I'm looking for 10 Liberian women to give me just $1,000 a year. And it's $10,000, and let's start educating girls. I've gotten 5. And by the time I share with a friend, she said, I'll match your 5 with $5,000. It doesn't end with one piece of job. And Gbomai and her team and her volunteers, you go into Liberia, you see that when you've done one reproductive issue, the next thing you get someone telling you, yes, you told me all of this, I want to go to school. And yes, you told me all of this, I'm in this abusive relationship, I don't have a place to stay, what do I do? And yes, you've told me this, I want to do this, I want to do that. We have a huge tax ahead of us. And I'm sure there are many Liberians in this room. As we all support this venture, I ask all of us, in the name of the country that we all profess to love, to stop all of the little bickering, to stop all of the division attitude, the divisive attitude, and to hold on. In Maryland, in New York, in wherever you have the Liberian community in the diaspora, because we can look, the Nigerians here will help us, they will accompany us on our journey, but no one can do it for us. It's us that can do it for us. And I look at all of the Liberians beautifully dressed in this room, and I challenge you tonight to pick up an envelope off your table and just close your eyes and say, this is just a UVA gel nail thing. I will contribute $85. I know it because yesterday I didn't.